Alan, some days I've been thinking about private classes for learning English and practicing pronunciation on Skype or something like that. All right, Alan, if you're thinking of doing that, whether it's with me or any other English teacher, if your level of English is intermediate to advanced, I'll give you some tips for how to get the most out of Skype lessons with someone, an English teacher. I wouldn't rely on them to act like, say, a personal trainer in the gym. I wouldn't use that. If you're at the point where you are at an intermediate level or an advanced level in any language, let alone English, I would recommend that you have a lesson with a teacher, whoever that may be, a native speaker. Make sure they're a native speaker because they're everywhere, so you might as well just find a native speaker. And I would say half an hour to 1 hour per week. And how would you use that? I would suggest if you're getting private lessons with someone, that you study on your own all week. Consume content, right? Watch TV, read books, watch movies, speak to people at work. And my tip, the biggest tip that I have and I give to my students is to carry around a small notepad. A very, very small notepad. A kind of notepad that you can fit in your back pocket so you can carry it with you. You don't want a massive book, right? What do you do with this notepad? Anytime you hear something you don't know, write down what you think it is and the context in which you heard it. Anytime you see a word you don't know, an expression you don't know, an aspect of grammar that you don't know or you don't understand, write it down, write it down, write it down. Fill this notepad up with as much material as possible every single week. That is your goal. That is your homework. And then when you get on the Skype lesson with me, with an English teacher or a Portuguese teacher, whatever language it is, you want to be asking them questions about how to use this content. So what does this sentence mean? What does this expression mean? Can I use this in polite company? Can I use it informally? Is it a swear word? Is this a slang word? How do I use this phrasal verb? Can you give me examples? That is what I would be using a teacher for. So you don't want the teacher to really teach you anything. You want them to give you answers to your questions, right? You don't want them spending your precious time that you're paying for to go through things like verb exercises and drills. You can do that on your own. But my simple tip for anyone who wants to get private lessons is get a notepad, fill the notepad up with questions, and go and get lessons for half an hour or 1 hour a week where you can get answers to your questions, okay? So that is the takeaway. That is the advice that I give all of my students on the first day we have a lesson. Get a notepad, fill it up, bring it to class, and let's discuss everything that you've had trouble with. Because it's effectively finding the gaps in your language knowledge and filling them in. And that's what you've got to deal with once you get to intermediate to advanced. So that was a bit of a speech, but I'm really passionate about language learning and language coaching, so I really hope that that helps, especially if you're watching this later on, or you're watching it right now and you're debating getting an English teacher of some kind. That's the kind of way that I would go into that kind of situation and what I would be thinking about, okay? So I hope that helps.